Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. Today's bibliomancy spirit message will be from Krishnamurti's Freedom from the Unknown. Go ahead and grab a couple of dice and see what message Spirit has for us. I'm feeling purple today, and this blue glittery clear. Alright, we have 8 and 2. Pretty straightforward, 82. It breaks down to a 10. 10s are endings if that has any meaning for anybody. 82. Love is not the product of thought, which is the past. Thought cannot possibly cultivate love. Love is not hedged about and caught in jealousy, for jealousy is of the past. Love is always active present. It is not, I will love, or I have loved. If you know love, you will not follow anybody. Love does not obey. When you love, there is neither respect nor disrespect. Don't you know what it really means to love somebody? To love without hate, without jealousy, without anger, without wanting to interfere with what he is doing or thinking, without condemning, without comparing. Don't you know what it means? Where there is love, is there comparison? When you love someone with all your heart, with all your mind, with all your body, with your entire being, is there comparison? When you totally abandon yourself to that love, there is not the other. Does love have a responsibility and duty, and will it use those words? When you do something out of duty, is there any love in it? In duty, there is no love. The structure of duty in which the human being is caught is destroying him. So long as you are compelled to do something because it is your duty, you don't love what you're doing. When there is love, there is no duty and no responsibility. Most parents unfortunately think they are responsible for their children, and their sense of responsibility takes the form of telling them what they should do and what they should not do, what they should become and what they should not become. The parents want their children to have a secure position in society. What they call responsibility is part of that responsibility worship, and it seems to me that where there is respectability, there is no order. They are concerned only with becoming a perfect bourgeois. When they prepare their children to fit into society, they are perpetuating war, conflict, and brutality. Do you call that care and love? Really, to care is to care as you would for a tree or a plant, watering it, studying its needs, the best soil for it, looking after it with gentleness and tenderness. But when you prepare your children to fit into society, you are preparing them to be killed. If you loved your children, you would have no war. When you lose someone you love, you shed tears. Are your tears for yourself or for the one who is dead? Are you crying for yourself or for another? Have you ever cried for another? Have you ever cried for your son who was killed on the battlefield? You have cried, but do those tears come out of self-pity, or have you cried because a human being has been killed? If you cry out of self-pity, your tears have no meaning, because you are concerned about yourself. If you're crying because you are bereft of one in whom you have invested a great deal of affection, it was not really affection. When you cry for your brother who dies, cry for him. It is very easy to cry for yourself because he is gone. Apparently you are crying because your heart is touched, but it is not touched for him. It is only touched by self-pity, and self-pity makes you hard, encloses you, makes you dull and stupid. When you cry for yourself, it is love crying because you are lonely, because you have been left, because you are no longer powerful, complaining of your lot, your environment, always you in tears. If you understand this, which means to come in contact with it as directly as you would touch a tree or a pillar or a hand. Then you will see that sorrow is self-created. Sorrow is created by thought. Sorrow is the outcome of time. I had my brother 3 years ago. Now he is dead. Now I am lonely, aching. There is no one to whom I can look for comfort or companionship, and it brings tears to my eyes. You can see all this happening inside yourself if you watch it. You can see it fully, completely, in one glance, not take analytical time over it. You can see it in a moment, the whole structure and nature of this shoddy little thing called me, my tears, my family, my nation, my belief, my religion, all that ugliness. It is all inside you. When you see it with your heart, not with your mind, when you see it from the very bottom of your heart, then you have the key that will end sorrow. Sorrow and love cannot go together. But in the Christian world, they have idealized suffering, put it on a cross, and worshipped it, implying that you can never escape from suffering except through that one particular door. And this is the whole structure of an exploding religious society. So when you ask what love is, you may be too frightened to see the answer. It may mean complete upheaval. It may break up the family. You may discover that you do not love your wife or husband or children, do you? You may have to shatter the house you have built. You may never go back to the temple. But if you still want to find out, you will see that fear is not love. Dependence is not love. Jealousy is not love. Possessiveness and domination are not love. Responsibility and duty are not love. Self-pity is not love. The agony of not being loved is not love. Love is not the opposite of hate, any more than humility is the opposite of vanity. So if you can eliminate all these, not by forcing them, but by washing them away as the rain washes the dust off many days from a leaf, then perhaps you will come upon this strange flower, which man always hungers after. I think we'll leave it right there. That was beautiful. All right, guys. Have a great day.